Hi, my name is Tanya Barnaby. I'm the Director of Consultation and Accommodation at the Mi'kmaq Secretariat. Our unit is otherwise known as the CNA unit. Today I'll be talking about the duty to consult and accommodate, some of the different files that we work on, our goals and objectives for the unit, and how you, the community members, can get involved. The provincial and federal governments have a legal duty to consult and accommodate Aboriginal people. Some of the Supreme Court decisions, such as Haida and Taku, have really set a precedent for consultation. And that consultation comes from an unresolved claim in a territory. So, for example, such as in Gespegawagi, we have an unresolved claim, meaning that we have not signed any agreements with the government to cede our territory. Therefore, the legal duty to consult and accommodate applies to us. So the government has that legal duty to come to us and talk to us about their expectations and some of the contemplated conduct that they have in the territory. In the CNA unit right now, we do work with the provincial government of Quebec under the MNRF, which is the Minister of Natural Resources and Wildlife. Most of our files do come from under that ministry. Because our job is to actually facilitate the consultations, we work with experts in our communities. Each of the communities has experts in the fields of forestry and other areas, and they make up part of our technical advisory table. They're forestry technicians and engineers from Gespeg, Geskebegyak, and Listuguj. That table works to provide insight. They give us recommendations and some direction on where to go with the files. Some of the files that we do work on are forestry is a big file for us. We get a lot of consultations that come in for management plans, changes to management plans. There's a new forestry regime coming in 2013, so because of that, there's a lot of consultation that stems from that regime. And the table, the technical table, really helps with us to interpret what is said in the regime and how it affects the Mi'kmaq. Another big file for us is oil and gas. You may have heard about the Old Harry site that is located between Quebec and Newfoundland, and that site is really important to the Mi'kmaq because it is in our traditional waters. So we are implicated in terms of our consultation. We need to be consulted about what's happening with Old Harry. Wind, obviously another big file for us. There's a lot of wind farms going up right now in the territory, and the promoters do have a duty to contact us and to talk about the leases that are they're looking to obtain. Also environmental assessments whenever a promoter is trying to put up a wind farm. It's important that that promoter come to us and discuss how their project is going to influence and affect the environment. And there's also accommodation measures, of course, with any wind farm. Territory is another one of our files, and in terms of territory, we're talking about sand pits, gravel pits, quarries, any type of surface mineral extraction. Those are files that the government has a duty to consult us on. Wildlife as well is another file, and that in wildlife we talk about some changes to some of the laws in terms of bear and moose hunting laws. So they have a duty to consult with us on those laws and how they affect the Mi'kmaq. Our goal in the CNA unit is really to get meaningful consultation from the government. Right now, the Quebec government considers us one of their checklists. So when they're checking off what needs to get done for a project, consulting Aboriginal people happens to be one of those checklists. So it's really not meaningful. It's important for us to have adequate consultation, to have enough time to discuss the files with our membership, and to really understand what this project is and how does it implicate us. What effect is it going to have in Gespegawagi? So for us, it's really important that we get consulted at the strategic level of any project, any contemplated project that's coming up in Gespegawagi. And when you're thinking about strategic planning, one of our main objectives is actually to have a land use plan. And in that land use plan, we'll be able to develop our plans, talk about our laws, things that are important to us, map out our territory and how we see it. That way, when we're talking to government, we'll have this very important document that was made by us, for us, and this will really help us in terms of getting consulted at the strategic level. And really, one of the most important things to remember in the consultation and accommodation is that we need the community's participation. We can't have adequate consultation if we don't hear from our members. We need to have sessions where our community members tell us what they're thinking on files, and that they really understand the depths of what these contemplated conducts mean for the communities. Now, we have various ways that you can get involved. There are community sessions that take place in each of the 3 communities. We also have our website that's up and running that will house a lot of our files, so you can go there and write your comments about what you think on these files. We have Facebook page, you can contact us that way, or you can even come into our office if you've noticed that one of the files really interests you. Come on in and we'll be glad to talk to you about it and really just get your input. It's really valuable that our community members take part in that, so that when we are developing these plans, we know that we have the backing of the community behind us.